Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Imani. I am a third year here at the University College Dublin. I am a veterinarian student. As you can hear by my voice, I am American. So for this video, I just kind of wanted to break down the stuff that you will need as a US student coming over to Ireland. I will also kind of break down the stuff that you might need if you come from a country besides the US, but honestly, you really should look into the different things that your country requires to move over to Ireland. So for the purposes of this video, this is just assuming that you are a US student. Once you have your acceptance letter and you pay whatever necessary fees or sign up for housing or anything like that, you will go ahead and you will get your plane ticket here to Ireland. It's going to be a one-way, very exciting. And then this video is just going to break down everything that you need to have at immigration once you land in Ireland and have to go through that huge line, all the documentation that you have to present to the Irish immigration just to get in and to live in this country. To start off, number one, the most important thing you will have as an international student, you will find out, is your passport. You need to make sure you have your passport. Like in general, across the board, you cannot go anywhere. You cannot leave the US without your passport. Please, please, please make sure you have it. Make sure to have your acceptance letter that says, like, I, first name, last name, have been accepted to this university for this degree. Next, you're going to need your certificate of attendance, or just certificate that you have registered for certain classes or that you plan to take certain classes into that semester. So for example, I started mine fall of 2022. So I flew here in August and already had all of my classes registered for that fall. So I presented that to immigration as well. Medical insurance. So medical insurance is really important to have before you come to this country. So I highly recommend VHI. That's the one that I have. They have a student scheme where you pay like X amount of euros like for the entire year, and then you're good for the entire year, but you have to show that you are medically covered by a Irish medical insurance company for your duration that you are here in this country. School financial statement. So for this is going to be a record of the fees that you have paid the school to prove that you have paid the like processing fee or acceptance fee or whatever your program requires, and you give that to immigration just to show them like, hey, like I really put my money where my mouth is, like I'm really paying for this and I'm really doing this. Next up, we have the loan letter given to you by the U.S. Department of Federal Education that is certified by your school. So for me, I had to apply to FAFSA, and then FAFSA spoke to the school, and then the school said like, yes, we will accept those loans, and then the school sent me a letter to say like, hey, we spoke to the U.S. government, we also are like accepting all these loans, and you can go ahead and like pay for all of your like school stuff via loans. So I know when it comes to the US government partnering with international schools, they only partner with about, I want to say 150, in which you can actually use your US federal loans to go to an international school. I know for other schools, they are not on this scheme, so you might have to do something a little bit different when it comes to actually paying for all your fees, whether that's paying out of pocket or doing it via some scholarships. Bank statement. So this is going to be your personal bank statement to prove that you can support yourself when you are here in Ireland. This also couples with your loan letter, because by the time you land in Ireland and go through immigration, you probably wouldn't have gotten your loans back by then, but you can have a letter that says like, hey, I will get money in X amount of weeks, but until then, here's my personal bank statement with a couple of thousands of US dollars, or like euros if you open up a international bank account, just to prove that you can support yourself while you are in this country. proof of residency and any payments made to said residency. So this information will probably come from the school itself. I know when I received my acceptance letter from UCD, they offered me a plethora of on-campus accommodation and housing options. And if not on campus, they recommended certain outlets I could reach out to if I wanted to live off campus. But once you have actually picked the place that you're going to live and you made the first down payment or the security deposit or the whatever, please bring a receipt of that and show that to immigration, just to prove yes, not only am I here for school, not only can I support myself, but I do have somewhere to live. Lastly, you're going to need a valid student ID or proof that you are into the student portal. So when you land, you probably won't have your card because that'll probably come during orientation week, or the first few weeks of class is when you'll actually get your card. But I do recommend just to print off your profile that you have with the university, just that student portal, just to prove that this is my student number, this is the program that I'm registered in, and this is how long my program is. Things that you might need when coming to Ireland as an international student, but you are not exactly a US student, it's going to be a visa. I know the United States does not need a visa, but certain other countries do require a visa when coming into Ireland. For students coming from countries in which English is not the main language or the official language of that country, the Irish immigration might require a English proficiency certificate, just to make sure that you truly understand English and that you won't have too much of a hard time getting around. Again, please double check with your actual country to see what those restrictions are when coming to Ireland. Okay, so now everything is said and done. You have given all of your documentation to the Irish immigration officer. They have stamped your passport and you are now allowed to come into the country. So the stamp that they put on your passport should be the 90-day visa one. So this is for all US citizens that are staying in Ireland for an extended period of time. Within the 90 days, it is extremely important to reach out to the Irish immigration office and to set up an appointment for an IRP card. So this IRP card is a card that states that you are in this country legally and that you have submitted all required documentations and that you basically won't get deported. So I know for the student IRP card, you have to renew that every year. But for this one, to set up the actual appointment to go through all that process, there is a certain number that you have to call. Unfortunately, there is no website options when it comes to this Irish immigration appointment. But anyway, you give them a call, you tell them what your situation is, tell them that you are a student, and tell them that you want an appointment. Within a few days, they should send you an email telling you the certain date and time that you need to show up to the immigration office. The email will be titled INS Registration Appointment. This will have any helpful links for the actual appointment in regards to how to actually get to the building or to review all the documentation that you need. It will also have the time of the appointment and then anything else that they require for you to have during that appointment itself, as well as the confirmation number. Please do not forget to have the confirmation number when you arrive at the appointment. I would also like to point out the time between you actually calling this toll-free number to make the appointment and when they can actually give you the appointment itself all need to be within the 90 days, and that little lag period could be a few weeks. So let's say you just got into this country, your 90 days just started. I would highly recommend to give that immigration toll-free number a call within your second or third week. Okay, so final step. You are now at the immigration office a few weeks later after making that call to the toll-free number. You go there, you are going to have the same exact documentation that I mentioned before, the same documentation that you gave to the immigration officer when you first got here, you are also going to give to this immigration office. Be prepared to pay €300 and take a picture as well. Once you go through that whole step, they approve everything. You should be getting an official IRP card in the mail within the next few weeks. They normally say it takes around 10 days from the time of your appointment to the time you actually get your card in the post. But once you have that IRP card, you only have to renew once a year, and the renewal once a year can be like online. You do have to pay another €300. You have to do that annually, and the process is so much more easier. It's really just the very first time that you get your IRP that's kind of the most difficult, where you kind of have to jump through hoops. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching my video. I hope that this was super helpful. These are the steps that I took 3 years ago. It's still the steps that you have to take to get into this country. And yeah, I hope it works out for you guys. And I hope that you make it to Ireland either to study or to visit or anything else in between.
Don't forget to follow me at Dr. Imani Travels, all one word, on Instagram. And if you feel like you like the vibe here and you like some really helpful tips on vet school, travel, or anything else in between, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.